Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut with Mike Kelly, Real Estate Jerky Daily. We're just talking about what we're going to do tomorrow on Thanksgiving.
And I'm just a fat Chinese kid.
Yeah.
Ed said something that just cracked me up.
Yeah, well, we're talking, That's the biggest problem. I like to go to the movies by myself is I don't have to explain it to anybody because I already know it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love when you're both seeing a movie for the first time and they're asking questions.
That's what I mean. I never want to. Yeah. I'm tired of it.
Well, who's that guy?
Watching the same movie as
we're
you.
We're figuring it out as we go along. If you want to just leave the movie and talk, we can do that too.
I didn't realize how much I was saying yesterday. And then because they did a cut up, and in the cut up there was probably 4 ums.
Really?
Yeah. I really got to focus and get back to it. It's called being lazy again.
Well, you were pretty tired. You seemed tired yesterday.
I am always tired.
Yeah. But you don't seem tired every day. Well, but yesterday was like the first day that I saw you be tired.
Okay. The third day. My biggest problem yesterday is just the knee pain gets unbearable in about the 4th month. So after my shot.
Do you go is that how many months you go?
It's supposed to be 4 to 6 months, and yesterday was almost 4 months.
And you were like, oh, it's back?
No, it's been back for months. Yeah. So I asked for a brace. I want a certain brace that's going to spread because I was told by my orthopedic, you're not going to use this. You're going to hate it. I don't care if I hate it. If it makes it to where it's not sore, that's what I want.
It spreads your knee apart?
Yeah. Because what happens is it's like this.
Bone on bone.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why they have to stick the needle from the other side. There's such a huge gap. They can just go on that side. Yeah, they can park up semi back on that side. First time I went into the orthopedic guy, he's like, "This is where your leg should be."
Right.
And it's over here.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. All right, let's move on to real estate. Go ahead, do your real estate.
Is that why?
Well, everybody asked me why are you limping. It's because of my can't nothing I can do about it. So
look, there's the real estate. Look at that.
3141.
I think that's still right around 290, isn't it?
Well, we were the numbers you gave me
yesterday we were 3136.
Huh? How could be 31? I don't know. Yeah. Divided by what I say, it's a 10
3/4.
75 is 292. Same number.
292.
Same number. 292 a month for the year average.
That's pretty good. That's kind of blazing.
Well, I mean,
compared to last year. Yeah. Last year, I think, weren't we?
We're killing it.
Yeah, is it 280s last year?
Yeah, something like that. But it was a bad year last year. It's going to be bad. No, we were in the 250s for so long.
250s. Look at that number, 788 of listings.
Yeah, it's not moving.
Last week we had a sales meeting and we were at 295 in Modesto. This is all of Stanislaus. Do you know how many realtors we have in Modesto?
No, but you can tell me.
Way more than 788.
Why don't you find out how many are active by paying? You can go just talk to the MLS, how many's paying their dues. That's active.
That doesn't mean if they're active. They paid their dues because they're going to get some business this year, but it doesn't mean they're
well, that's the closest thing to be active, because the ones who aren't paying it are,
inactive.
Yeah. We got a conventional incentive, 45 basis points.
What, are you serious?
Yeah, well, that's what I just got. They said they're going to throw something out till the end of the year, and they just that could be purchase or refinance.
Yeah.
Rates are good right now. So I mean, you done? Sorry. All right, because I'm going to talk. All right, okay. Where are we? 10 years sitting at 4.016. 10 years sitting at that, and Bitcoin. Time to pick up some Bitcoin, man. It's 87,000.
What?
Yeah. What are you doing?
I got another page.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Well, I kind of was, but I thought, I'll share that too. But
all right, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Bitcoin's done what? It's so
inexpensive. It's down. Oh no, that's inexpensive. 2 years ago, it was 30,000. Now it's crazy? 87.
87. Look at that. 538 closed sales per day.
Oh, so this is California. That other was local.
That was local. This is for the week ending November 22nd.
Right, since we're not going to be here Friday.
Yeah.
Because it is
a holiday kind of.
It's a Black
Friday.
Yeah, which the question really is, do people really go out and shop on Black Friday like they used to?
I think they do. I think a majority do online stuff. And I guess Amazon's had Black Friday for like a month.
Yeah, right? We've gotten a bunch of stuff already.
Yeah. 452 pending sales a day. So there's probably 400 happy agents. and then 429 new listings per day. Yeah, it's slowing down for the holidays, folks.
It's slowing down. Period. You're not going to say what the real estate
Nah,
people say.
I don't really
I
care.
think the listings are going to be up.
Yeah, you got
because they can't be down.
Yeah, you got you can't go any further. You got a handful of positive people, and you got a bunch of negative.
Oh, that's how it always is. It's like right now they're knocking. What's her name? Joy Reid, who got fired. She's saying, "Oh, I can see this issue with Trump right now. He's got some issues showing up. Like my grandfather with dementia. I see he has a." It's like, give me a break.
Why does she even speak?
Well, they all do. They're trying
to her.
Well, she was on somebody else's podcast or something, and it's like, just shut up, people.
It's such. How do you say in this
BS.
country? BS.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Yeah.
All right, let me get back to what I was talking about. Did the Dow come up yet? No, over here it's not up here. So I'm going to go the 10-year again and the rates. All right, so 10 years at right now 4.0113. So that's still good. It opened at 3.99.
What? Really?
The 10-year, yeah. So we're kind of sitting right in a good spot. I'm looking over here because that's where my numbers are.
Okay.
And then the rates flat today. Rates didn't improve, didn't get worse, and I'll take that. Because if it's not worse,
it's better.
Yeah, it's better than being worse.
Yeah.
I don't know where the Dow is. It was up earlier. Initial jobless claims came in today. It fell by 6,000 to 216,000 last year, beating expectations of 225,000.
Wow.
So that means that we didn't really raise any last week. It was a little bit lower. Does that mean everything's changing? No, it doesn't mean that way. All this is saying that firings remain muted. They were waiting for this week so they can go out with a bang on a holiday.
The holiday is perfect time to fire someone.
Yeah. Continue.
You want to hear about the Dow? We're up 324 in the Dow.
Actually, 389.
Wow, it just changed. It was 324 a second ago.
Yeah, that's your phone. It's a few minutes delayed.
Cool.
A few seconds, I should say. Continuing claims rose 7,000 at 1.96 million, one of the highest levels in 4 years. That's what you want to focus on, is what that number and how long people are staying on there. The trend, low hiring environment. If someone's laid off, it is very hard to get a job.
Right.
And so don't get laid off.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't get fired.
Be the one that they've got to keep.
That's right. Be the one. Durable good orders rose by 0.5%, beating expectations. 0.5%, beating the 0.3 estimate. This reflects end of year business spending with buyers. They got to use that money up, because if they don't use the money up, they're not going to get it next year. I remember when I was in the military, they were like, here's your budget, blah, blah, blah. We have like 30,000 left. Well, why don't we just move it to next year? No, if we don't, we lose it.
It goes away.
Yeah. We got to show that we need it. That's what's bad about the government. Spend, show like you need it. That's what they told my first ex-wife. And that didn't work out for her either.
No,
it was my second one. Sorry.
You can show like you need it, but if I don't got it, you're not going to get it.
You're going to spend all of it, and there's nothing left. So it's all on you. Core orders, excluding defense and aircraft, surged almost 1%. Core shipments and GDP calculation also rose almost 1%, suggesting a potential upward revision in fourth quarter GDP that will be coming. Because we're in fourth quarter.
Say that again. Upward
revision of fourth quarter GDP. Yeah, so that means we're going to see a bigger rise this fourth quarter than what we've been seeing. That's what they're saying.
What's that going to do for us?
Depends. Rates could go up. Rates could go down. Don't know.
Like dating a
79-year-old
man.
Just flip a coin.
He's independent.
And there you go. He's independent. New home sales impact this week's solid mortgage data follows a stronger than expected new home sales report, and may believe or signal that the existing home sale numbers in November is going to be higher. Mortgage applications, so this is what I was really getting to. Purchase applications rose 8% week over year, up 20% year over year.
Wow.
This is from the Mortgage Bankers Association. Refinances dropped 6%, but still up 117% higher than this time last year. Nobody was doing anything last year.
And they only used the word rose. They didn't say rocketed or anything.
No, because we were 200%. Remember in September we were much higher.
Yeah.
Mortgage rates held steady at 6.4%, helping to stabilize activity. I did price somebody out on a VA purchase 5.75, and then the APR was 5.875.
That means it wasn't very expensive to get that.
No, because you remember all those you were quote. Hey, they're saying we can get 5.5, and the APR is 6.2.
Really?
Yeah,
It only
we
cost
can.
you $5,000 to
Yeah,
get that.
we get, or well, it's a point,
yeah.
probably 2 points. And if it's 500,000, that's 10 grand. Don't waste that money.
Ouch.
Talking to somebody else about refinancing, they were talking about what is it to buy the rate below that? I'm like, I'll show you the difference, but I don't recommend it, because you look at the difference from how low I can go without any cost, and then you look at the next rate and the next rate, and the difference is what your savings is from those areas, not the whole overall savings,
right,
but just the savings from those two differences, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
They're still pushing that 50-year mortgage proposal.
I can't believe I'm curious about that.
They're just another way to make things affordable.
Yeah,
maybe they should
do a little more affordable.
If they did 60-year, it would make a bigger difference.
And if they didn't increase the interest rate as a result,
that's the risk-based
risk-based
pricing.
I know it's risk-based pricing.
It's only 3/8 different. I mean, the difference between a 30 and a 15 is a lot more.
What risk is there? They're going to refi it in 2 to 3 years.
That's the risk.
It's their risk, not ours.
Yeah, on the surface, monthly payments could drop between 165 to 250, but long-term costs are massive. Total interest over 50 years could top about 1.3 million on a $500,000 loan. In the first 10 years, a buyer could build just 20K in equity versus 79K on a 30-year loan.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big
spread.
Legal challenge, it would require overturning qualified mortgage rule. Which caps loan terms at 30 years. Fannie, Freddie, FHA, and VA are currently following that limit. The qualified mortgage rule came in during the 2006 revamp, or 2008. The Obama administration put that all in and messed everything up. And then that's the whole thing. We got to be a qualified mortgage. It's got to have this number. They have this payment, and that's messed it up forever. So we'll just I could be here for hours talking about that. But they're just saying it would have to change that rule. Well, the rule should get out of there. If people are willing to pay what they want to pay for a loan or a house or whatever, that's up to them. They're just trying to protect people. Well, the problem is sometimes the lower loans have an issue because of the cost. Has nothing to do with us, but they're going off of the purchase price or putting a lot of money down, those kind of things. So the small loan amount, the small loan amount is where that comes into play a lot.
The
qualified mortgage issue. And so you just have to, if you have seller money, then it doesn't matter. So any high cost where the seller's paying anything, all these things don't really come into play.
Right. It's not coming out of their pocket.
Well, it is, but even $1 from the seller, it just throws, then it doesn't come into play. Yeah. So
who would ask for just $1?
No, I'm just saying, but that's one way to, if there's an issue and people want to do it, I need $10 from the seller. Okay, no problem. Massachusetts is they're like LA, they're going to put in rent control. It's on the ballot measure. Homes for All Massachusetts secured enough signatures to place rent control initiative on the 2026 ballot. The proposal will allow stricter local rent caps, a move Boston mayor and real estate groups oppose. Critics warn it could reduce rental supply, referencing failed rent control policies of the 70s and 90s. See, these people don't go back.
They don't pay attention to any of the other places that have history with rent control, and watch how it really hurts the tenant.
Look at history. If you want to know how things are going to be, look at history, because that's if you don't know history, you're going to do the same thing over and over again. Like this, like the whole thing that happened with inflation. Nobody understood 42 years ago we had it, but nobody understood it because those people are gone.
Well, it kills me that there are children out there, there are young adults out there that never knew inflation, never heard about it, didn't know what it meant.
Dude.
And good morning, Sarah Kashefi. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Dude, there's a reason why people didn't know that it was 42 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 42 years ago,
I was a lot younger.
Not only that,
and thinner.
We're stuck on the I guess we're down. The Instagram's a little slower today.
Oh no, not the IGs.
What were we talking about? Sorry, I got
inflation.
Yeah, because that's what I was telling everybody 2 years ago when the whole thing. I said people have no idea. 42 years ago was when inflation was in, and people had. If you're not in your later 50s. You don't only know about it because your parents complained about it, and you remember as a kid and they were doing those lines. Yeah. So anybody 50 and below had no idea what inflation was. Well, that's most of the people voting.
Yeah.
And so they had no idea. Well, now they do.
I remember the gasoline went from 85 cents to like $1.25 a gallon.
Well, the problem was the fact that you had lines and you had to do it by the license plate number, odds and evens,
Yeah.
and so people would
I went to
swatch.
the 24-hour-a-day gas places and went really late in the evening because I was awake anyway.
Whatever. Property tax reform in Florida and Ohio. Florida GOP lawmakers are pushing to phase out non-school property taxes, especially for seniors, and protect police budgets. Critics say it could create a $43 billion funding gap for cities and counties. Ohio is doing the same kind of thing. They passed 5 property tax reform bills, now awaiting. Changes include tax growth, relief expansions, and rollbacks of some levies. This is how people get people to move to their state, is by lowering taxes, not like California, who, you know what, let's go do these stupid programs, and where do we get the money? We're going to get it from the people who actually pay the bills.
Yeah, I can't remember. What was I reading yesterday afternoon about $450 billion that was spent for, the 911 system, and they scrapped it just recently because it was a complete failure.
Yeah, well, that's everything they do.
Well,
because that's why the whole the Secretary of State, what is his name, Pam Bondi, or what? Not Bondi.
No, Secretary
the one there,
Mark Rubio
of California.
Oh,
no, yeah.
I'm not going to.
Anyway, because there's a whole they're looking into corruption.
Bonta?
Yeah, Bonta, him and his family and everything. The whole and then the former aide to Newsom that did all this squirrely stuff. They spent a lot of money, and they're looking at all this. They've all been looked at by the FBI, and they're all being looked into. Yeah. Here's the problem: when you have a one party, I don't care what state it is, you have total control.
And it doesn't matter
power,
what party.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying power corrupts. If you have absolute power, it absolutely corrupts you. Yeah, and that's what happened in the state of California. They're spending money on stuff that there's no, not regulation, but there's no checks and balances because they look, oh yeah, go ahead, do that. Yeah, no problem. Kick me some money.
When I was the only one in the office last week on Friday, I had absolute power, and I felt so corrupted.
Did you? I'm sure you did. All right. So the next week we have Monday. So we're not here Friday. There's nothing going on. So go shopping.
Yeah.
Monday,
or sit on your couch and shop.
Yeah. Monday is ISM Manufacturing Index. Wednesday is mortgage applications, ADP employment, ISM services.
What's ISM?
And just go Google it.
Right now.
Industry, service, manufacturing, or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thursday is initial jobless claims, challenger job cuts. Friday, PCE, Fed's favorite gauge of inflation. Everything's about Friday.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff really doesn't matter.
That's going to determine what direction we go.
That's going to determine December's rate cut or not. Yeah. What's going to happen in December. I think I went over everything and we got a little sidetracked. But I'm just saying there's so much stuff going on in the state that needs to be changed.
What's a very cool day what's cool about December 7th?
You mean definitely not
Pearl
Harbor.
No, it's
Delaney. That's not cool.
It's Delaney's birthday. It's my granddaughter.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say definitely not. Pearl Harbor is not cool.
Not cool.
Yeah. So I've been over there, seen the.
Did you get to go to that memorial?
Yeah.
The Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And
we ended up being on Labor Day. We had no idea.
Oh wow.
That was Labor Day.
We
were on vacation.
Kind of chilling and.
The thing is where you see the oil still coming up, bubbling up.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Some groups haven't. We got to raise it. It's destroying the earth.
My grandmother had a brother who was over at Pearl Harbor, and he was blown off of one ship, swam to shore, and reported in. And they sent him to another ship. He was blown off of that one too, swam to shore, and then he just stayed. He just stayed on land. I'm not going back out there.
I'm done. I'll be here.
But it's interesting that he survived both incidences.
That is
kind of unscathed.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So initial job. So basically, don't get unemployed because if you do, you're not going to find a job.
You're going to continue.
If you're in the mortgage industry or the real estate industry, you're still unemployed.
What? Yeah. You know what? These are the industries that you wake up every morning unemployed, looking for a new job.
Right. And that's what a lot of people, that's why you need to have multiple forms of income besides that.
Yeah.
So if you're in this business, you better go get some rentals. You better go get something else just to have so that you can produce,
produce while you sleep.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank God I've got Colorado rented out at a nice price.
Good.
Sure
All right.
relieved a lot of stress this year.
All right, everybody, make it a great day. Have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Remember,
and since I won't talk to you until Monday, go Broncos on Sunday night.
That's right. Sunday night football.
Yeah, 9-2. We're doing okay right now.
And leave your politics at home. Don't bring it to the thing.
Actually, only 10%. They did a thing. Only 10% of people don't think you should talk about politics around the table. Yeah.
So the other 90% think you should.
Mm-hmm. They think it's comical and all the other stuff, and a lot of people. Yeah. So it's just up to you and your family. I don't, because Marcia doesn't want to talk about it. That's right.
What about George?
He's not really talkative,
but he would look at you interested.
He's like, no, not unless I show him a cookie or something.
Yeah. Or is peanut butter. We're gonna go for a walk.
Yeah. You say that louder, you're gonna be doing something.
WALKING him.
We just say WLK.
Okay.
Yeah. He actually starting to understand that.
Everybody. Another reason for Thanksgiving: enjoy your family. Love on everybody and have a great time.
All right. We'll talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Bye, kids.
Bye.
Look at, Nanu.